I'm David Ben Moshe. With me is Chaim Ben Pesach. Once again, I'd like to speak about the ongoing problem with YouTube and how it's actually benefiting us. Sometimes when things go against you and you're being wronged, we're in the right in this. We're staying within the law. Everything we say may be controversial, and we want to be controversial. We want to stir up debate. Let's have left and right and people who sit on the fence get into the fray. But everything we say is usually very controversial, and YouTube doesn't like it, and they are kicking us off left and right. Well, that's getting a backlash, and our support is growing more than ever. And Chaim, would you like to tell us how we're growing because of the backlash? We're getting, I guess in an election you might call it the sympathy vote, but things are not as bleak as they seem.
Shh. I don't want everybody to know this because then they'll stop doing this to us. Really, about a month ago, YouTube took down our big accounts and started pulling all of our videos off. And I didn't know how our people are going to react, and I am so proud of our people. You know something? I want to tell you, I love the people on our forum and in our movement. You are the greatest people in the world. I am so proud to work with you. It is such an honor. God has given me the privilege and the honor of working with the best people in this world. You are just the greatest people in the world. Our people immediately rolled their sleeves up and started putting their own videos on and started flooding YouTube with their own videos. And, and YouTube, of course, takes down those videos too, but the reaction of our people has been so fantastic. Now we're all over the place on other sites as well. We actually have more people watching us now because they never know when it's going to be taken down. They never know, and it creates more excitement than we had before when everything was stable and we could just put videos up and a certain number of people watched. Now there's much more excitement. People are wondering, boy, what are they going to say here that's going to end, and how long is it going to last, and when are they going to get pulled down? It's creating a lot of excitement.
And we're getting new people coming in droves much faster now because we're getting, I guess what you call the sympathy vote.
We have 153 new members in a month. 153 new members in a month on our forum. I mean, you can see it. 153 new members in a month. That's good for us. That's good. I mean, we'd like to have 153 a day, but for us that's pretty good because we don't have a big budget, and that was very good. And this is almost all of our new members in the past month are because of YouTube, because of what YouTube has been doing. Almost all of it. Money-wise, I'll give you an example of how good this has been for us financially, what YouTube has done. I have been giving money to the Hilltop families, the Jewish families in Judea and Samaria that are seizing hilltops to prevent the creation of a PLO Hamas Muslim terrorist state. I've been giving money to the Jews in Judea and Samaria. We've been sending money to families of Jewish prisoners that are in Israeli prison for defending the Jewish people against Arab terrorism. Unfortunately, the Bolshevik government in Israel puts them in prison, unfortunately. But we've been supporting prisoners' families. We've been supporting the heroic Jewish pioneers in Judea and Samaria. And we never had enough money to meet those needs. And, we were doing the best we can and sending as much as we could send. We have gotten a lot of new money now because of this, to the point where we not only are supporting those needs now, but as we're speaking this day, we just started a new Hebrew advertising campaign. We just started a new advertising campaign advertising our Hebrew forum on a major Israeli site in Hebrew in Israel. It's a modest campaign, but we never had the money for that. We didn't have the money for that. Now we were too busy supporting the prisoners' families and other families and other needs that came first. Now because we have extra money, we've been able to start a modest campaign advertising our Hebrew forum in Israel, which is something we always wanted to do because of the extra money. We haven't been able to do that in a long time. And this is all thanks to YouTube, because our people are so psyched up and so angry and so committed to doing something about this that this is really helping us. It's helping us with contributions. It's helping us with our movement. We're getting more members than ever. Would you have believed this is possible?
Yes, because a lot of our people are young people. Young people are idealistic, and they have the energy to go the extra mile. So, yes, I could see it as very possible, and I'm glad they got angry, and I'm glad they're fighting back.
And another very good thing has happened here. Before this, almost all of our 99% of our videos were Chaim ben Pesach and David ben Moshe. We were the only two people you saw speaking for our movement.
With an occasional guest every once in a while.
Occasional guest and other, occasionally we had other things, but the vast, let's say 90, at least 90%, right? At least 90%.
More.
Okay. And that, I was never happy with that. I always, because we have very talented, very, very good people who can also be spokesmen, and I wanted them to also speak. I didn't just want the two of us to be the only spokesmen. We're not the only two people who could speak for the movement. And I tried everything to convince people, and people they were sort of leaning on us and saying, Chaim is the spokesman and David, and that's good enough, and we'll support you. And so they were like passive observers in that respect. In the past month, since YouTube has done this, do you know what we have? Do you know that we have like 15 new spokesmen who have put videos all over the place? At least 15 new spokesmen who have put videos all over the place now. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, this is what I've been trying to do for a long time. So this is really good. And unfortunately, we got to be a little bit careful because there are some people who are figuring this out. I mean, there's one guy who hates us, one Croat who hates us, who's already figured this out. He's already put a video on telling people not to flag our videos and not to do this. But anyway, but it won't work because the YouTube people are not rational. So. They're going to continue to do this, and that's in our favor. That's in our favor. The more this goes on, the more this struggle and fight against this big organ, this big media organ, YouTube goes along, the more excitement, the more energy, the more fired up our JTF people are going to be. And that means more contributions, more action, more activities. People feel like they're part of a real struggle here. Before, the only thing we could say to them was, comment on our videos, help us promote the videos. Okay, that was interesting to a certain degree, but this is much more exciting.
Right, now they're fired up.
Now they really, and now they see their own videos taken down and pulled, and they have to put it back up and then do different things, and then other people put it back up. I mean, we've got many people who can keep putting videos back up. We've got hundreds and hundreds of members, so we can keep doing this for as long as we want to. It's not a problem. YouTube would have a real problem, trying to prevent everybody who wants to put our videos up from putting them on. They would have to block off a hell of a lot of people, and it would cause a real problem for them because a lot of people wouldn't be able to access YouTube. If that happened, I don't want to go into the technical details, but they'd have a serious technical problem. And so, we've got them by the beit seam, or as they say in Spanish, by the huevos, which means the eggs. I'll leave that to your imagination what that means. But this is the best thing. They tried to do bad things to us, and it's worked in our favor. It's like it says in the book of Exodus. That Pharaoh oppressed the Jews, and the more he oppressed them, the more the Jews grew and the stronger they became. And it's Bil'am. Bil'am cursed the Jews, and God took the curse of Bil'am and turned it into a blessing. He accepted. Bil'am said, "Lo, this is a nation that shall dwell alone and not be reckoned among the nations," it says in the Bible. Then it says in the Bible, God accepted that and turned the curse into a blessing. When Israel is sovereign and resists foreign pressure and doesn't give in, and does what the Kahanas say that Israel should do, that's when Israel gets the greatest blessing. So it's actually a blessing. Israel's being alone and being isolated and having nations go against Israel turns into a blessing many times in history. So what we see here happening is the curse has turned into a blessing. This video, of course, is going to be pulled from YouTube, but it's going to be put on other places, and it's going to, again, fire up our people. And it's just wonderful. It is just so wonderful. I am so excited to see the wonderful people that we've inspired here. Now you're getting a taste of real activism here. You're fighting against a multi-billion-dollar corporation. We are David versus Goliath. And you're fighting against Goliath here.
This is your chance to hit back at the media, the left-wing media that has dominated your news and your newspapers for decades. Here's your chance to hit back against one of them.
And a very big one and a very important one. And in the end, it may take a while, but in the end, we're going to beat them. Shalom.